3rd and 7.
They declined it.
Good choice.
Smart choice.
Yeah, because they've been gaining on us. Rolling out. Yeah!
Fumble!
Fumble!
Recovered!
Yes!
Truman! Go!
Go!
Go! Go! Go! Tell it to 45-yard line. Hello, welcome Truman. Sorry for the delay. We are in the game with 10 minutes left. Truman versus Liberty North. I am Tyler Karras, co-hosted with
Adam Herrick.
And today we bring you Truman versus Liberty North High School. And as you can see just then, turnover. Truman.
Truman takes over 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line.
I didn't know what he said.
Truman is first down at what looks like the 45-yard line. Truman's offense comes out for the first time tonight. And they are signaling. What are they signaling?
I think somebody called a timeout.
Timeout. All right. So, going from an 0-10 start last year and coming into this year, that's got to bring some firepower. What did you think?
I mean, I would definitely I think it brings some energy, you know, gave it a lot of energy in the crowd and everything, you know, and guarantee you gave it a big jump in the team.
Well, I mean, yeah, you got to try to win some, for sure. Now, Coach Pugh has something similar tied to this game. Both these coaches are sponsoring childhood cancer.
They have special T-shirts for those made.
Yes. Part of the story behind this was Coach Pugh, when he was working back at Liberty North, he knew the other coach, and his son had childhood cancer, and his story was how he fought to just be okay, and now he's a freshman on Liberty North's team. It really just sort of inspired Pugh to try to get this, just sort of
very inspirational.
Yeah, it's just try to make this awareness raised. And looks like 2 yards gained by Truman. That is 2nd down. But Coach P was able to talk to 4 different high schools. It was, 3 other. It was this, of course, Pugh for Truman, Liberty North's coach, Liberty, I believe, and Chrisman. They all seem really dedicated to this cause, and it's really honestly a good thing that they're bringing something.
I mean, who wouldn't be dedicated to this cause? It's a great cause and everything, you know?
Yeah.
And it seems like it brings the teams very together.
I know there's got to be a lot of competition even between this. Both sides are aiming for this victory, and this is also Truman's first home game.
Well, we had a carry, a dive by number 2, Nate Clemens.
It is 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
3rd and 8, yes. 9 minutes, a little more than 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter as we begin the 3rd down drive for Truman. Now, from what it seems like, it's Truman's kind of having a slow start, as we can see, even with that big.
Yeah, you know, Liberty North had a great start. You know, they ran up the field and everything, you know, run the ball, but luckily Truman got that quarterback sack and he fumbled it. Truman drops back to pass.
Carter Brown passes. It is incomplete. Number 11 on the defense for Liberty North interrupted that pass. Sadly, it's 4th down and 8. Truman's punting team gets ready to be on the field. No flags on the play.
Let's wait and see what happens. Truman gets down to hike it. Balls. Oh, he lost the ball.
And a fake
Running.
punt. And he goes down. Turnover.
It was not a fake punt, actually. It looked like it was a very, very bad snap.
Well, I mean,
Center.
you still think they would try to punt that at least?
No, the defense was all on him.
Anyways, that puts Liberty North at the 41-yard line.
their side of the field.
It's Truman's side, actually.
Is Truman's side?
Yes, it is.
Uh-oh.
Liberty North's offense comes out again for the second time tonight. They seem to be wanting to score early, put that against Truman. But I think maybe this defense will just sort of tell them, hey, we're here and we're going to play tonight.
Hopefully our defense can come as the same power as the Liberty offense. And they
Number
run
16
it.
QB with a snap, and it goes down
About
by
a 2-yard run.
4 yard. 4 yard.
Line.
No, 4-yard run.
4-yard run.
Second and I want to say 6.
It still
2,
says
3.
second and 10. It looks like he was tackled on the. Oh, nope.
Nope.
They just changed it.
It is 2nd and 3. Oh, 2nd and 7. My bad. It was a 3-yard run and quickly tackled on Truman.
They hike it. Run by 44.
44 is
Goes to
running.
the outside.
That is a first down, Liberty North, but he was stopped at the 21-yard line.
A pack of Patriots just tackled him.
A pack indeed. A pack indeed. Truman's defense really just needs to come out here and just try to get this stop like they did last time. Try to cause, maybe another turnover.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I don't exactly know what their quarterback was trying to do. Just sort of drop the ball or try to just get it out.
Oh, they ran it off to the outside. Number 14.
Number 14 gets down to the 10-yard line. That seems to be first and goal. It seems like they may just strike first.
First and goal for Liberty North.
Yes, it is first and goal, Liberty North. And they get set to hike the ball. 20 seconds left. The ball is hiked. Number 16.
They run it through the middle.
Run it.
Oh.
And that is
a touchdown, Liberty.
touchdown, Liberty North. But there is also a flag on the play. The refs are discussing the flag right now. It looks like it's on Truman from what crowd is screaming over at Liberty North. Still no call.
No, it looked like it said blocking the back defense.
Yeah. They should be now at the half a distance to the goal. Still first and goal. Liberty North. Game clock is at 7 minutes, 44 seconds. Liberty North gets set. Oh. They have declined it, and it is now the touchdown for
6-0.
Liberty North.
Their field goal team is about to kick it off.
That looks to be number 19, who's going to be kicking. The
They
ball
like
is
it.
snapped, and
The field goal is good.
7-0, Liberty North. Well, it looks like their defense just couldn't get a grasp on.
Oh, yeah, the Liberty North offense is coming out with that power. They're seeming like they want it more, but hopefully Truman can get back with the program, and get this win.
That would be nice, considering from a team that went 0-10 last year. We definitely need a win on our home turf.
We need to come back like the Mud Dogs and Waterboy.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
It really was.
Adam Sandler's a great actor.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is indeed. Who knew that's all it took for that team?
Just a Waterboy, having some emotional problems, playing linebacker.
It's always good to hear a linebacker story. I mean, yeah, you're a linebacker. Why would you not want to sack the quarterback?
Exactly, just hurdle the line.
I mean, that's just the game of sport. All right.
Our
Liberty
return
North
team
kicking
goes onto the field.
as Liberty North's kicking team gets ready to kick it away. And that seems to be number 8, Josh Dixon. No. Correction, that is number 6, Chris Rhodes. In the backfield along with
They are set to kick it, and it's kicked.
11, AJ
Chris Rhodes
Gateson.
get it.
Chris Rhodes goes to the 20. He is stopped at the
23-yard line.
24-yard line. Truman now has the ball.
Hopefully we can get a big push on this.
And looks like Carter Brown is still returning as quarterback. All right. So what's the pressure being a senior quarterback?
You know, there's a lot of pressure. You know, the whole crowd and everything, all lies on you. You know, it's all about what you do. You know, quarterback's the most important player of the game. And so, if he doesn't do good, he gets booed. If he does good, they win.
I mean, that's just in every game quarterback. It really just relies on the quarterback and the people around him.
You know, and he's got to have a good arm to be a quarterback. You know,
he also has a fake run to a pass. Number 2, that is Nate Clemson.
For about a 4-yard gain.
4-yard gain. That should be 2nd and 6. We have an injury timeout as it appears not Carter Brown, Nate Clemson's is still slow to get up.
Holding his knee.
Yeah, let's hope that's just a cramp. That could be deadly for their offense. All right, and we're going to take a short break. Hello, we are back. It looks like number 2. No, that is not number 2. That is number 5. Marcus Moore is being
carried off
the field.
Teammates.
That might be both legs because he can't put any foot down.
They're carrying him.
Yeah. That could also be an flare up of an existing injury.
That's the hike.
And number 2 runs across.
Shotgun formation.
Oh, and it's quickly blocked.
By number 18. Dang, that was a nice deflection. That was a very nice deflection by Liberty North.
It seems their offense really just kind of has a slow start right now.
It seems like Liberty North is pumped up for this game.
Yep. All right. Truman is in the huddle. And about to be breaking.
They break?
Yep. All right.
And they line up in a shotgun formation.
Shotgun indeed.
They set
the ball is hiked. Carter Brown into the pocket. He passes it. Number 17, he barely misses it. The pass was intended for Drake Haley or Hawley. Correction if I mispronounce names. I am bad at names.
I am too. Don't worry about that. So it's 4th and 6, and our kicking team goes onto the field.
Josh Dixon is our kicker, but it is actually our punting unit, not our kicking units.
Really?
And our punter is
Number 12, Quincy Scott.
yes, no,
Yeah.
Quincy's number. Oh, yes, Quincy is indeed
And they
the
kick
punter.
it.
And
Number 14 gets it.
there's a flag on the play, as
And he's running.
he is just pushed out of side
Gets
on
taken down
the
at the 47, it looked like.
yes, the 47-yard line. I believe I saw a flag on the play, but I guess not.
I saw a flag fly out. Oh, ref's on the field.
And we'll go to break real quick.
And we're back. Truman sets up to go on the offense. Nope, Liberty North on the offense. The defense gets down.
The defense really has just been putting a pressure on Truman.
No, that's the offense of Liberty North. That's our defense.
Well, no, I'm
And
talking.
Oh, and there's a flag on the play.
Well, I was talking about our drive. It just seems like Liberty North's defense it's just applying the pressure along with their offense. It seems like this team really is just pumped for today's game.
Oh, yeah, they're coming with that energy. I have not seen this much energy in a football game in years. All right, and they're deciding the penalty. And Liberty North goes back.
It is a holding penalty against Liberty North's offense. I mean, that run looked like it had potential.
It did have potential. It got a few gains and all that, but had to come down with a holding.
And, there's holding on every play, but it's just kind of hard to see it at times. Even professionals in the NFL, they even have a hard time seeing
They hike the
play.
ball. Number 85 gets it. Running up the middle. And grabbed by number 18.
Man,
Jason Boatwright.
I didn't think that run was ever going to get stopped. That pass
And
looked like it
another
was
penalty
spot
on the play.
I mean, that pass looked like it was spot on, and the receiver just had a wide open space against Truman's defense. That really looked like if there was no one there, that could have gone all the way.
Oh, yes, definitely would have. Holding against the Patriots. They're now on the 29-yard line.
Both sides getting a holding. Kind of surprising. One team gets a holding and the other one just comes back with the same holding right after the play. I mean, that's nothing. That's not what you want to see in a defense. You want to see them get to stop and that just be it.
They set down for the play. They hike it. Dropping back, looking to the left side. Number 81, touchdown,
Hey.
Liberty North.
That was an excellent throw.
That was a nice throw.
Sadly, though, Truman's defense just let him be wide open. I feel like they needed to just cover that guy more and just sort of keep up with his speed. That pass could have been deflected. It's just they left the man wide open.
What I think they need to do is shove more men up those middles, Nobody's getting through that middle, putting pressure on the QB. The QB's having plenty of time in the pocket, which he shouldn't have.
He should not have that much time at all, which is why he was able to make that perfect throw to his wide open receiver in the end zone, which led to the touchdown.
That looked like a college throw right there. So the kicking team sets to go, and they kick. And the field goal is good. 14-0, Liberty North.
I mean, again, it's just Truman just needs both sides of the ball. They just need some sort of
They need some sort
rhythm.
of momentum to get them going. They're slacking. They're moving slow like slugs and everything. They need to.
They have no
on that
rhythm.
ball.
They need to find a rhythm as a team and cooperate with each other. Right now, it just seems like, all right, who's the best player on our team? In their own minds, they think, hey, we are. So they're just battling it out against when it's just like, you guys, it's not about the best player. It's about coming together and making the team good. And it just seems like maybe that's why they went 0-10 is because all these players just sort of have their own mindset and not just sort of letting it go. And that's the arrogance in it. I mean, that's what costs so many people their jobs is because they're trying to just stand out and be themselves and not as a team. Which is why
it's a team sport. It's not like wrestling. It's not like tennis or anything.
It's a team sport, which is why we see all these other better teams in the league. And even in the NFL, they have just more chemistry, letting the guys know it's like, hey, we're all good, and we're here for a reason. And that's to be the best team that we can be.
And they kick. Liberty North kicks. Chris gets it. Running to the left side. Going down the sideline and gets taken down at the 18-yard line.
He could have just gone a bit more yards if he just would have stayed running straight instead of trying to go backwards. I get you don't want to get tackled, but at the same time, there's just also the same amount of people there, and it was just a loss of what could have been.
I didn't know about you, but I saw a hole right up the middle. I didn't know why he didn't go for that. Going to the sideline is the most dangerous thing because you have no open room to run. It's just
none at all.
You sprint and hopefully you beat them. So
and that's why instead of getting to the 20, they're not like the 19.
Offense set the hike. And they drop back to pass.
Ooh.
Oh, big hit.
Now that pass and the run looked like it was going to be good. It's just Liberty North's defense just hey.
They had the whole team on him. They had 3 dudes on him ready to go.
They're showing them that, hey, we're here to play, and if you guys aren't, then we're just going to bring you down.
Liberty North's defense is playing really good zone coverage right now. I don't see a lot of man-to-man.
Not at all, and it's really just they're a collective unit, as we can see. No one's just trying to outbid each other.
And they hike and a run by QB sneak, number 1, Carter Brown.
That was a good run up the middle. I mean, it looks like
5 yards.
Yeah. I mean, what it looks like was they were playing too much zone that they just left the middle space open.
It was a 6-yard run. It's 3rd and 4 now. Hopefully we can get a first down for the first time this game.
I mean, yeah. With holes like that, if they could just continue to find the holes, then they will easily be able to produce points and yards. And that's what Liberty North is doing.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I see a lot of times they're dropping back and passing and not running the ball a lot. They have no more people open. See, right there. Drop back for a pass.
And he's running. That is a first down by Truman.
Got to the sideline, Carter Brown.
Oh. That was a good run.
That was
quarterback
a very good run.
Evading the sack.
Had very good pressure on by defense, but he escape artist that and got out there like Houdini.
It seemed like he was just trying to back up to pass, and then once he just sort of found the hole, he took off and just started running. If Truman's able to keep finding these small holes in their defense, this could be a very costly game for Liberty North.
Oh, yeah.
And could eventually lead to Truman actually getting some points up on the board.
Number 21 running the ball.
Oh, and they were ready for that
and
run.
He's taken down.
That was a loss of a few yards from what it looked like. Looks like they were ready for that run.
They were ready,
Like the first few calls had to be an audible to a run. I mean, why not go for the run? If I was Truman, might as well just try and pass it. You got those lanes open, those wide receivers down. Might as well take a shot in the deep field.
I think we should start running up the ball more middle. We got a lot of open gaps in the middle, but they're not running to the middle. They're running towards the outside. All right, so they set back to the
They
right.
really just need to find the open spots. Oh, like this run right here.
Number
Right in the
21.
middle. That looks like it was a gain of 6 yards.
40. It's 3rd and 11.
Finding the spots is what's helping this team right now. If they were not able to find the spots, it would be a lot harder. But because they're using all sides of the field and looking at where Liberty North's players are, they're able to find just the small little creases that they can get a running play through, and they just try to capitalize on it.
Oh, yeah, I think we need to have more open men downfield, though, for these passing plays. You know, Truman's passing a lot, and so, see. Oh, pass incomplete.
Almost picked off. That is 4th down and 5.
Punting team goes out.
It looks like Liberty North was actually ready for that run again. It looks like they're just trying to close up that middle and try to leave it up to their passing, which they had.
There were a lot of wide receivers open for that pass, just couldn't connect.
I don't know why you'd want to throw it in such a tight space like that was, but I mean, if that's the only person that you see and you're about to get sacked, you got to take a throw. Now, that is too costly. You should have just thrown it out of bounds because that could have led to an interception.
They kick it. Number 14 gets it from Liberty North, cuts back, and stopped at the.
There is a flag on the play. I mean, look at Truman just easily found the holes in that O-line and just rushed up there.
Truman seems like they're starting to get more momentum going within the game, Wish they would have came out with this energy, but they seem like they're starting to get it.
We still have plenty of time left to go. And the refs are deciding this flag. It really looks like now after we've gotten a few good looks at Liberty North, they're starting to find the hold. Receiving team. I mean, it really just looks like they're just trying to find the holes because they keep seeing these holes open, and now it just seems like they're capitalizing on it, which could be costly to Truman, but at the same time, it seems that their offense is able to make adjustments. I would expect their defense would be able to as well. Yeah. Stop this play right here with 3 minutes left and try to bring it to a touchdown game. Score is currently 0-14.
Liberty North goes back to hike.
Liberty North is in the lead.
Quick throw. And he is, oh my God.
Not taken down until it got to the 30. Liberty North was able to find the hole and capitalize on the run.
Whole bunch of Patriots there to throw him at the sideline.
Number 50 looked like he was about to get him, but just couldn't make that full-on tackle to get him down. And what a nice stop that would have been, but just a missed tackle and Liberty North being able to find a hole. And that's really what Truman needs to fix, is their holes on defense.
Offense is one thing, but defense wins championships. Defense wins the games.
Liberty North the NFL would beg to differ on that.
Number 30 to the right of the field.
Found a small hole, but was shortly stopped. A bigger hole than what we first initially thought. It is now 2nd and 3. Liberty North's ball. They're on the Truman 39-yard line, and they need to get to the 42.
It looks like the defense is starting to get the gist of working them holes and everything, but they're just not putting enough pressure on the QB. The QB's having too much time in the pocket to throw that pass.
They need to get that pressure on, and they also need to just try to stop these running backs from just getting the holes.
Fake run. Number 16 throws it down the field. Number 12. Incomplete pass.
Oh. Again, there's just not enough pressure on that quarterback. The quarterback was able to just sit back there and have the time of his life. He was not able to get pressure, and that's what Truman needs. In order to actually get the stuff that they need to put pressure on that quarterback. That quarterback had a great throw, except for the receiver just ran too much. But, I mean, you had 2 Truman players running up against you as well. It's either you continue running or you stop and risk an interception. That was a smart decision by Liberty North's wide receiver just to keep going.
Liberty North sets down and hike the ball.
3rd and 3. And looks like the refs are discussing something.
Maybe an odd man on the field. Oh, they blow the whistle to get the play going. Got motion going. Liberty North hikes it. And a run to the left outside by number 44. Oh, and nice. Stiff arm.
Again, Liberty North just finding the holes. Looks like Truman is running a 4-3 scheme and is not really just their defensive line is still not putting enough pressure on that quarterback.
No, we need to get through those holes and put pressure on the backfield. I used to play as a defensive lineman in football. And our main goal was to get through there and put pressure on the backfield because that whole backfield is what runs the offense. That's what runs the plays. And once you put pressure on them, they all get scared because they're trying to do everything the perfect way they want it to. And when something disrupts that, everything gets disrupted.
Once you get that QB pressured, they sort of have to go into audibles and finding out new ideas to sort of just try to create another hole. But what's the point if you can already see the holes and they're not doing anything to fix them? That's what Truman's defense needs to do is they have linemen up on the defensive line getting close, but not just close enough to the quarterback.
The ref blows his whistle.
And it looks like there's a timeout taken by Truman? Possibly. Let's go to break, and we will be back.
And we're back. Liberty North's offense starts to line up.
Again, it just looks like the receivers are getting down there, and the QB's just not getting time to be pressured.
Number 44 runs to the outside of the right. Nice gain there.
9-yard gain from what it looks like. Again, they're just capitalizing on those holes with their running plays, which could eventually Liberty North's offense will start turning into throws. And if the QB's not getting pressured, and there's always at least one receiver deep, and no one's covering him, that could lead to another touchdown, which is the last thing Truman wants to see right now. Their defense really needs to step up and close up those holes.
They hike the ball. Number 44 runs the ball up the middle. It's a nice gain, first down. That is Keyshawn Turner. I don't know about you, but he's having an extraordinary game. He is putting the beat down on Truman's defense. He's got the speed, he's got the size, he's got the muscle, and he's just beating them all throughout.
And it's partly due to those holes. I know I keep mentioning those holes a lot, but if you look at NFL games and see how they run their defense, once they start, maybe throughout one quarter, they see that it's just not working. They try to close up those holes.
Drop back, long pass. Number 12, touchdown!
And what I was just talking about, those running plays have switched Truman's mindset to where now Liberty North is able to throw that touchdown. Again, a deep receiver. No one is covering him. They need to cover that deep receiver and put pressure on that quarterback. If that quarterback's not getting any pressure and has all the time in the pocket, he's going to make these great throws, which is not what you want to see. Even in high school, you want the defense able to just fix their problems and just make sure that, hey, we're still in this thing. But Truman's defense it's sort of like, hey, we're here, but, we're not really.
Kick.
They're not awake yet.
And field goal, 21-0, Liberty North, Honestly, in this game right here, do you think them being 21-0, do you think they're going to have a comeback in this game?
There's a slight chance. Now, here's what they can do if they want to come back. They got to fix up those holes with the running game. They got to put pressure on that quarterback and cover that deep receiver. Also, Truman's offense, they need to start finding a little bit more space to create those bigger plays. Even if it's just a little space, just more yards. Try to run a few running plays, get that running game going, so that way it switches Liberty North's defense to where, okay, let's stop the run, which then can lead into passing plays. I mean, that's what you see college NFL, is they just try to trick the defense. Sometimes the defense is smarter than that, but I mean, with this becoming an offensive league, it's just sort of, okay, offense, offense, offense. And that's what Truman needs to do. They just need to be offense, offense, offense. Even if it's just running for, let's say, let's just say this next drive, they just run the ball continuously. That's gonna tell Liberty North, like, hey, they're running a lot, so let's stop that run. All right. Once you notice that in like maybe one running play, you switch, you throw a deep pass down to your wide receiver or tight end that is open, and he can make the catch. That could be costly for them.
Liberty North sets back the kick. They kick it. Nice 10-yard kick. Chris gets it.
Chris found a hole, and he was able to get to the 30-yard line before he is eventually tackled
by a bunch of Eagles. You know, hopefully Truman, if they don't change anything in the second quarter, hopefully they can change something before halftime, because you know what? They need to change something here. They need to get more momentum going on that ball.
So Chris, on that play, he was actually smart. He continued running straight instead of just trying to go to the back. He saw the hole that was made because they were just blocking. Now Carter Brown needs to find those other holes as well where these wide receivers are open. If you can point it to a well-open wide receiver, even if it's in a tight spot, if he still has a chance to capture the ball without any blocking whatsoever, throw it.
Number 2, running out to the outside and taken down for a 2-yard gain.
Finding a small hole, but that's still a running play. It looks like Liberty North is starting to see the running play more often, and that's what they're going to start switching to. It's because, hey, we see that running play, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to switch, but then that will also lead them to have the backfield just sort of not cover that well, and which is why you could just throw a deep pass to one of your receivers that is open.
You know, the defense seems like they've got Truman all figured out on the offense. You know, they get good amount of pressure on either run or pass, you know.
And that's something that Truman's defense needs to do.
And short gain, about 2 yards by number 21.
Looks like Liberty North was trying to predict.
Smith.
Looks like they were trying to predict sort of a passing play there, which just created that hole for their running back just to sort of gain some few yards. Yardage is still yards, no matter what. It's just you keep running, and you just sort of get that mindset into Liberty North that, hey, we're just going to keep running the ball until they go into – they don't really need to think of a game plan, just block the run. Next thing you know, a deep pass could lead to a touchdown, and which could possibly throw chaotic into the air for Liberty North. It is 0-21, and we'll take a short break. Three, two. And welcome back as we bring you Truman versus Liberty North. 0-21. Enter the first starting of the second quarter, and Truman has the ball first.
Truman hikes the ball. Carter Brown drops past the pack, number 11,
and
out of bounds.
Overthrown. The receiver was open. It's just that ball was overthrown. It was intended to AJ. He's a junior this year, and sort of just trying to spark some more energy into that football team. AJ Geaton was the intended target. I mean, the receiver was open, it's just overthrown pass, which honestly it could have looked like maybe a first down situation there.
Truman's punting team gets back to kick. They kick the ball, almost deflected. Number 14 gets the ball and taken down right at the spot he caught it, the 38-yard line.
And there's just a swarm of Patriots there, ready for that ball just to land in his arms, just sort of make that tackle and stop some extra yardage. Again, what it really looked like is just it was an overthrown pass to a good receiver that was opened.
Looked like he needed to throw that pass a little lower. It looked like it was a little too tall for him, you know?
And he was wide open, too. That could have led to some good yardage and a first down, which could have sparked more energy into this offense.
Definitely could have got down to the 40-yard line.
And, if there's not an energy sparked into the offense, there's got to be low energy into the defense. I mean, bringing it 0 to 21, their defense or offense really just needs to step up and still show them that we're still in this game.
Defense needs to step up their game right now.
They need to pressure the quarterback, find the holes.
Liberty North hikes the ball. Number 16 thrown downfield. Number 83 caught the ball. Number 85 actually. Talk about number 2, Nate Clemens.
Not able to make the tackle till after the receiver caught the ball. Again, the quarterback just has too much free time in the pocket. If our D-line was able to just get in there and
they're not
just
even pressuring him
pressure
outside the pocket, he's just staying in there having a jolly good old time. They could have a backfield party back there.
I mean, there's one thing about having a good O-line, but if you can't, even in some, good O-lines still have some
Number
pressure
12,
on quarterbacks.
Big gain. That is definitely a first down.
And Liberty North found the major holes in Truman's defense yet again for a big yardage.
Nice quick little pass.
I mean, again, it's all about the holes in the defense. Truman has still not been able to clear that up, which just leads to run, pass. I mean, Truman really can't think of a game plan when what they need to fix is their holes.
Offsides, Truman defense. Is that offsides or neutral zone infraction? I really do not know.
I actually did not get a good look at the...
they call it neutral zone infraction when the defense jumps outside the ball and then the NFL, but I do not know what they call it in high school ball.
I mean, you got to think it's still the same.
I mean, yeah.
The NFL's the pros. They make the rolls and pass them on down. Goes through college and then goes through high school.
Liberty North sits back to hike. He runs it off to number 34.
And found a big hole there.
Hole. And touchdown, Liberty North by number 34.
Again, it is those holes. Those holes are costing Truman. They can't.
Nice run by Zach Willingham Davis.
Again, it's those big holes. Truman can't have a game plan against Liberty North if it's their holes that are costing them the game. Fix the holes, then create your game plan. Don't create your game plan and still have those holes. That is the issue.
No,
it's
Truman's
the holes.
Already looks like they're getting tired out there, and they haven't been doing anything. This offense has been running them left and right through this field.
And it looks like almost offsides, but not. They got the snap off in time.
28-0.
Is good.
28-0, Liberty North, of course. Sorry.
Now, really, again, it's just those holes. They can't fix the holes. But from Liberty North's head coach, what he seems to be doing is telling the quarterback, just telling all the offensive players, let's just capitalize on these holes. And, I mean, that's honestly good for them because you get those holes figured out, you just run right through them.
They set the ball down to kick it off. And here comes Liberty North's kicking team. Liberty North's kicking team has been all over the returning team, too, seems like they're always there to make that stop.
Again, I mean, it's just holes by Truman. It's really Truman's main problem is not that the defense is bad or the offense. It's just they're not capitalizing on the holes, and they're not fixing those holes within the scheme. If they were to fix those holes on defense, this could be a much closer game. And Truman actually capitalizing on those holes that they're getting shown with Liberty North's defense,
Truman gets the ball.
It could be better as well.
Right to the outside. Taken down right at the 31-yard line.
Looks like Truman was to find just a small hole and able to get more yardage there by Liberty North. Now, if Truman offense can keep seeing those holes, then they could keep getting yards, but from what it looks like, they get some holes and then it just stops. They can't see them anymore.
Truman separates to go to the ball. They sit down to snap it.
You know, a good player for Truman on their offense is Chris Rhodes when he's getting the ball. He's been able to find those small holes and just try to capitalize.
Nice pass by Carter Brown.
It looks like it was out of bounds.
Caught by number 2, Nate Clemens.
Ooh. But it was confirmed it was a catch. And that is a first down indeed. I mean, it looks like Liberty North just thought defense and just tried to get that. It looks like the pass was going to be out of bounds when he caught it, but I guess he just had enough feet in bounds just to somehow get that catch to stay.
You know, all you need is those 2 big toes in the green, and you're good.
But it's always nice to have those heels down on the ground, too, because that really helps seal it.
QB sneak.
And
Run it up about 7 yards, I believe.
that honestly was a good hold read by Carter Brown. He was able just to find the hole and get 7 yards out of it. And this is all that Truman needs. They just keep fighting those holes. If it's quarterback, running back, wide receivers, and it's just the linebackers themselves, well, the offensive line, just creating those holes enough for a running play, then, yeah, that's great for Truman because they can capitalize on those holes. It looks like they are coming ready for the second quarter.
Fumble. Bad snap.
And that is a loss about 7 yards. A little less than 10 minutes left to play in the second quarter.
You know, that snap looked a little too close to the ground. You know, you got to put it up right to the chest in the air where you can catch it.
I don't know necessarily if that was a quarterback problem or just a center issue, a mistake, a small mistake, which it could have been actually good yardage because it looks like they're running a 3-4 scheme, and they could have possibly had some holes where they could just pound the ball in for a running play. And Truman huddles up to discuss their next play. They're facing a 3rd and 8.
They
3rd and 8.
To the ball. The ball is snapped. Carter Brown drops back looking for a pass. He escapes. Run towards the outside. And he takes the ball.
Wide open space.
First
the
down,
hole.
Truman.
Ladies and gentlemen, Truman has found one of their biggest holes of the night and was able to capitalize on it. Carter Brown fighting those holes, but instead it was not a first down. It is 4th and what appears to be 1.
Ooh.
4th and 1. Now, if you're Truman and you're down 0-28, do you go for it or do you punt the ball away?
You know what? I would go for it. You know, we got to get that momentum going. It looked like the quarterback stepped out of 2 bounds a little too early to get that first down.
I mean, Carter Brown just finding the hole. Surprisingly.
And the offense
just
is back out for a 4th down.
I mean, that has to be the smartest play that they can make right now by Coach Pugh is just try to find that hole, get that quick first down.
And they run it up the middle, and they get the first down.
Now, it looks like it was a close space. May have just been enough for the first down. Again, they're just pressuring that run. It looks like Eagles' defensive line's they're not noticing that it's a constant running play, and so they're always just thinking passing, which is why Carter Brown was able to make that QB run almost for the first down, and then passing it to handing it off to your running back for the first down in a tight space. Liberty North needs to fix something on their D-line, otherwise we're going to get continuous running plays. And again, right there, another running play because there's just enough space in the hole for the running back just to get in there.
No, and that was what? A 2-yard gain by Truman?
Looks like a 1 yard.
1 yard.
I mean, 1 yard or 2. It's still nice to get those yards by the running because then that you want to trigger Liberty North's defense and their defensive line to think running. At some point, they're not going to be in a huddle.
Pass.
Instead, it
Carter
is
Brown
another
takes it.
running play by the quarterback.
Looks like for a loss of yardage.
I mean, again, he just found the hole to make it at least maybe a loss of 1, maybe not even a loss at all.
Line of scrimmage. It looked like he stepped out a little bit before the line of scrimmage marker.
We're not going to question that because, honestly, let's just stay at that line of scrimmage, keep that run, just sort of in that mindset of Truman because they're running a 3-4 now, which is honestly could be deadly at the run like we've seen.
We got
QB's
trips on the
just
left.
running.
And Carter Brown drops back.
He's been pressured, and he runs again.
He runs up the
He
middle.
got a big hole. Ladies and gentlemen, that is
That's
a
a
first
big
down
gain.
by Patriots. These holes are costing both sides deadly. They both need to cover those holes. Truman's running game has actually been able to get started thanks to Carter Brown being able to find the holes. You know, some say he might not be a good quarterback, but if he's able to find these holes and run for it, that's what you want to see. You want to see him not make the throw and go for that first down. Yes, it may cause an injury for the quarterback, but you're keeping that run game alive for that momentum to transfer to the running back, maybe to the next quarterback. Maybe even a wide receiver just finds that hole where Carter Brown could just pass.
Number 21 takes the ball.
And that's
the right side.
That is another hole for another first down. These holes, this 3-4 scheme is not working for them.
You know, this is our first time being in the red zone. So how do you think we're comparing the first quarter to the second quarter right now?
Well, it looks like Liberty North's defense may actually be getting a little bit tired. They have a huge roster, which they could easily just switch defensive guys in and out. But again, if they're not going to do that and continue to run this 3-4 scheme, which they seem to be doing, it's going to create this hole, and they're just going to run it. That's what Truman's doing. They're seeing the hole, and it's just like, hey, let's abuse it while we can before they notice it. Again, still another 3-4 scheme.
They hike the ball.
And it looks like they're going to pass it.
He passes it. It's out of bounds.
It looks like there's no intended receiver whatsoever. What would make you see to want to make that throw?
You know, to make that throw, I feel like you got to have better blocking. It looks like the linemen aren't blocking their people a lot, you know, and they're coming back to the quarterback, you know, pressuring him and everything.
Truman's quarterback has been pressured a lot, but at the same time, with that pressure, he's been able to find a hole and just make it for some big yardage.
Using his speed to get up those holes and get the big first downs.
And Liberty North's offense is just passing, because Truman's not pressuring the quarterback.
Middle by 21.
Dimitri Smith makes the running. And that is a first down?
It is a first down.
They are going to call it the first down. This 3-4 scheme that Liberty North continues to run, it's not working for them. They need to switch it up. And honestly, you could say that same thing about Truman's defense. They're running a 4-3. 4-3, which is not working for them either. I think they should switch to the 3-4, cover that backfield, and just try to get some more pressure down on that quarterback.
They hike the ball. And caught by number 11.
See, that's what you want to see. You want to see the passing game also start to get developed because they've ran so much.
No, but they might have developed too late in the game, you know.
Well, I mean, this is only the second quarter of the first half. They still, if they can make the touchdown here, they have a good shot of coming back because they're noticing these holes throughout the running game, and they're abusing them. You keep abusing those holes, and that's still costly for Liberty North. Now, on the same side, Truman doesn't fix those holes on passing. This game could be over sooner than what we think.
Up the middle. And down for a nice yardage.
That looks to be 3rd and 3. Again, it's another running play. They've made a few passing attempts, completed one of them on this drive, and it's just right now all we can say is their running game. They're running, and they're making these conversions, especially on 3rd down. This is a big 3rd down for Truman. If they convert this is going to be a touchdown here soon.
No, we got to have a good capitalization right here. Either a first down or hopefully a touchdown to keep us in the running.
I think if you get a good enough hole, go for the touchdown.
If they run it, give it to number 21, and taken down.
There is a flag on the play.
It looked like a holding call.
Holding on offense, which could be
believe
costly.
Liberty North.
False start.
False start.
That is a loss of 5 yards. But I mean, that's not something you want to see. But I think they could still keep the momentum up with those runs. You get this first down here, and you sort of just play with them a little bit in the running game. Passing game, you think about it, but instead you run. They could get the touchdown, but it's all if they can convert on this 3rd down.
They're in the huddle.
They are 3rd and 6 right now.
Now look on the bright side, though. We have one more chance to get in the end zone in this.
I think if you get close enough on your 4th down where it's like 4th and 1, 4th and 2, they go for it.
Carter Brown drops back, rolls out to the right.
He finds the hole.
Himself.
He finds the hole enough, possibly for the 1st down. These holes, again, are costing Liberty North. The 3-4 is not working. It looks like it may be a 4th and 2. If I was Truman here and Coach Pugh, I say keep the offense on there. Go for it. Don't settle for the field goal. It is too late for field goals. They need touchdowns.
Well, it looks like they're settling for the field goal because they have the kicking team running out.
Why, when you have that smart, why, when you're able to find those holes on their running game? I mean, before they're even down here, they decide to go for it on a 4th and 1. They converted with plenty enough yardage. I think if you do that here.
And the field goal is good. Truman scores now 28-3.
And we're going to take a quick break here.
And welcome back here. Truman's about to kick off to Liberty North.
Now, 4 minutes left to go. Liberty North really must want this touchdown quick. Just try to speed up the pace of this game.
No, my prediction is they're going to put that pass game on lockdown. I feel like they're going to be throwing down the yard, the field deep, fast, and they're going to be coming hitting.
I mean,
the ball goes out of bounds.
And there's a flag. Really a missed opportunity by Truman. Just earlier they went for a 4th and 1, found the gap in the lane, and they got it. I feel like if Truman were to find another gap in the lane, go for it. I mean, might as well. You're late in this game, 0-28. Go, try it. It's not like your 4th and goal. Might as well just try to run up that lane, make them go back. You get that 1st down. Who knows? You get a passing touchdown, which really changes the speed of this game. Liberty North getting out of the huddle from their head coach. The head coach is probably just telling them, hey, let's get this passing game going. They're finding gaps in receivers. Might as well just get the passing game, get a quick touchdown. Just try to bring this game closer to an end.
And Liberty North sets down to hike the ball. Going in motion. Number 34 gets the ball, runs to the left side. Ooh, and nice.
Truman's defense. I actually saw that coming there.
That was a really nice job by the defense. Get the big man on the guy, put that pressure on them. That was the first time I've ever seen the defense put the pressure on them in this game.
Which is honestly a thing that you want to see. I mean, you don't want them to score quickly. Not at all. You want you want Truman's defense to close up. You want them to close up gaps. You want Liberty North to think, oh, holy crap, they're here? You want them to panic, create this sort of uneasiness, and just try to close up everything.
Liberty North hikes the ball, and they pass it to number 85.
And now what it looks like it could be the passing game could end this here. They found that wide receiver just wide open, and just might as well just take the nice pass.
1st down, Liberty North.
I think that running play was just to confuse Truman real quick to get that passing game going.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, they're going to get that pass play on lockdown. They're gonna throw them bullets down the field really quick. Get the clock on the time on the clock still running. So they can still have time to capitalize.
I mean, if they're noticed that Truman's defensive backs aren't covering wide receivers or tight ends for a matter, might as well just take a deep shot into maybe the end zone, get a touchdown.
They go in motion. Number 14 gets the ball.
Truman quickly realizes that.
Oh my goodness!
But he was able to push up into the lane and just create enough space for that first down. Now, what it seems to be is they're not all about passing. They're doing a run, pass, which is honestly what I predict here for their next play. They're going to make a pass, and it's going to be a big one. It's going to be deadly costly for Truman.
I bet you Truman's going to think there's going to be a pass play on this play right here because they're thinking there's a pattern, but the offense probably thinks they're going to trick them. Hopefully the defense doesn't get fooled, and hopefully we can get the ball back. Number 10 drops down pass. Number 85 again. Runs up the middle to the outside. Oh my goodness. Juked him. Really nice gain for Liberty North.
Looks like it was a 20-yard gain. And what I say here, they have sort of a pattern. Run, pass, run, pass. I told you that pass would be deadly for him. They don't seem to realize the pattern a little bit. Thought there might have been another running play. I mean, why not go crazy with it? Trick them. Might as well trick Truman's defense while you're at it and get the touchdown. Make this game go quick.
There's a little saying called play smarter, not harder, and I feel like Truman needs to play a little more smarter, get in on their rhythms and all that, instead of just trying to go in there and mess up the backfield.
They're leaving these lanes just wide open for the receivers and running backs. It's just, again, they have no scheme when they sort of need one. And timeout here, we're going to be taking a quick break.
And we're back here, almost done with the second half. Liberty North
trying to capitalize on those empty lanes and get this touchdown down to where it's just a running clock.
They run it to the right outside. They find that hole.
And what it looks like to be almost a touchdown.
Looks like they're right at the 1 yard line, right by the goal line.
Yep, it looks like they're just at that 1 yard line. Now, do you pass it here or do you just go for the run?
Honestly, me personally, I would be expecting a blitz at this point. So I would have somebody run out to my tight end, run out to the outside right by the goal line, and hopefully he can catch it and get right back into the.
So just sort of a quick slant to your tight ends while Truman's just trying to put some pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know. I say a running play. I say they capitalize on that running play here.
Oh, and they run up the middle, and Truman stops them, it seems like. Touchdown, Liberty North. I was wrong.
Again, just trying to capitalize on that running play.
And like we said, they did come out with this, tried to score quick, They did all those things. They scored quick. They played good. They put that pressure on the defense. The defense doesn't seem like they don't know what they're doing,
And they are not going for two. Their kicking team comes out. I mean, how quick do you really want to say it? They had the ball at like 4 minutes, and it's all the way down to 1:38. I say they were just playing with Truman for a little bit.
Yeah, they scored every single series they've had in this game.
Might as well not play with Truman for a little bit. I mean, just sort of trick them, just create new things that Truman can't prepare for.
It seems like the Truman defense isn't catching on to the rhythms and patterns, and Liberty North is really good about changing their game style up. They go from a shotgun. They have really good wide receivers. It seems like they're big, they're strong, they're fast.
And no running clock right now, as it is 3-35 with 1:38 left to play in this half. Now the coach has got to be telling them something like, hey, let's try to just score, maybe go for another field goal.
Also, I think the coach needs to get in their butts and tell them, look, we need a game, we need a win. But it doesn't seem like Truman's getting that under their belts, you know?
It just seems like they're not playing as a team. It just seems like they're still just trying to play individually.
It seems like they're blind out there, you know? They're trying to go for... They're not working as a team like we said in the beginning, you know?
Which is what Truman honestly needed to do coming into this game. They needed to play as a team and think as a team, not think as an individual person.
You know, and all great teams have great chemistry with the coaches and great chemistry with the players. Oh, and they set the kickoff.
What do you expect from this running play? This pass, well, not really pass, but this return play. You think they could get a few yardage?
Hopefully they can get a few yardage. Quincy runs it out and they are stopped at the 20-yard line.
1:31 left to play. It is Truman's ball at the 20. If you're Truman, what do you do here? You go for pass, or you just try to wear out the clock, get into the second half?
Honestly, I would run the clock out and get to the second half. I would not risk getting an interception or a turnover on this because they could. It seems like Liberty North pushes that ball towards the end zone really fast. So, honestly, I think they should just run the ball out, not like
risk just a sort of interception or maybe an injured player.
We already had one injured player. Hopefully we don't get another.
And looks
Carter
like
Brown goes
they
up the middle.
do indeed run.
You know, it seems like Carter Brown is the only one capitalizing for this team right now. He's really pushing up the field for them and all that. You know, we were talking about the pressure on the QB right now and early on and how he would do. And honestly, he is looking extremely well.
Especially under pressure. I mean, just sort of avoiding those sacks and just finding just part of a lane open just to go for some amount of yardage. It is now second and 4.
Second and 4.
With 50 seconds
they
left.
The ball, and they run it up the middle.
Finding a gap in between the defense. Just try to get some more yardage.
First down, Truman.
And yeah, I mean, honestly, they're just trying to run that clock down just by running the ball. Just get that clock down so that way you can go into half, think of a better plan on what all to do.
Truman breaks from the huddle.
1st and 10. Truman's ball on the 30.
They set down the high kick.
I think Carter Brown's telling them yet again another running play.
And yes, it is another running play. And they're stopped short at the line of scrimmage, it seems like.
Short hole, maybe a gain of 1-2 yards, maybe, if that, give or take. About 15 seconds left to play in this half, and that could be the possible final play of the half. And I think Truman is just going to just let that clock run out. Which, indeed, they do. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the half. Your Truman Patriots 3, the Liberty North Eagles 35. We'll be back after this short break.
And we're back, guys. Here we are at the second half. Liberty North kicks off the ball. Start off the second half. And they knee it down at the 30-yard line.
All right, so Truman coming to the second half. What do you expect?
I expect them to have a little more power. You know, they had a little rest up. You know, they didn't seem sluggish coming out or anything. They looked pretty pumped up.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so as well. I mean, that rest and they get the ball first. I say you attack that run game, especially if it's still the 3-4, which it looks like it is. Attack that run game, get that going in the second half, then get that passing game. I say let's come back.
Oh, bad snap again for the third time this game. And
not able to find any room whatsoever.
Loss of yardage. Now, really nice effort by the offense, but that snap just didn't look like it was there.
I mean, that definitely was a good attempt to try to gain some more yardage back, especially from that horrible snap. I mean, that was good effort by the offense, just trying to get more yardage, and you know what could have been worse.
Truman snapped the ball. They have number 21.
Attacking that rushing game, as we can see. Now, if we were Truman, yeah, you want to attack that rushing game if they're still running that 3-4, which it looks like they are.
You know, we didn't look like we were doing good on that pass game. We didn't have any guys open or anything. So why not take advantage of that run game?
I mean, yeah, if they got that 3-4, still working. I mean, if it's working for Truman, find the lanes, find the gaps, just go for it. Pound it in, get some more points on the board.
They're waiting for the whistle to be blown.
It looks like Truman is backing up a little bit.
Looks like there was a flag on the play.
It looks like it was against Truman, and Liberty North seems to be accepting it, which would make it back to 2nd and 19. Holding penalty against Truman.
Nope, it's 2nd and 27 now.
2nd and 27. Oh.
Truman lines up at the ball to snap it. And here we go. The ball is snapped. Carter Brown drops back. Nice time in the pocket. And caught by number 17.
Getting that passing game. I mean, and there's a flag on the play. I mean, it's 2nd and 27. You really don't got time for any run plays. You got to pass it.
Gotta pass it downfield, you know, gotta gain that quick, long yardage.
You need that yardage, and you need to convert. They convert, and they keep converting. That could lead to a touchdown. And it is on the Patriots again, which will back us up a little bit more. But now knowing that that pass can be completed, I say we keep seeing more of those, and we could get ourselves out of this 2nd and really long yardage. All right, with 11 minutes and 11 seconds and the start of the third quarter, it is 2nd and what appears to be 30.
Truman lines up with the ball, getting ready to hike it. They hike the ball. Carter Brown drops back, and he runs.
He runs and passes it. And it was looks like they may call it incomplete.
And there's a flag on the play.
And there's yet another flag on this play, which could back Truman up even more. It was an illegal forward pass. Carter Brown must have just been barely above the line of scrimmage. But it seems that they have declined it, and they're going to keep it at 4th and 30 and bring on Truman's punting team. You really need a good punt here. You just need a good, solid, hard kick just to...
Hopefully they can drop back to the 40-yard line, you know.
More than the 40. I say they need to get to the 30. If their defense wants a really good shot, get them down to the 30.
That is a really powerful punt to kick it to the 30-yard line.
They're going to need it, though.
They are. They punt it. Oh. Whistles are blown.
And another flag against the Patriots, illegal procedure. And that backs them up in their own end zone. And
4th and 39 now.
they're really going to need a good kick to get out of this hole.
A really good kick.
And they get ready to snap the ball.
They snap it. And
Short punt. And
right at the 15-yard
at
line.
the 15-line marker.
Great field positioning for Liberty North, don't you think?
Really good field positioning. Truman really needed that powerful kick just to hopefully get at that 30, get 15 more yards.
Just looked like the pressure got to the kicker, and went a little to the left. But better luck next time.
I mean, I think there was just too many flags on Truman really to do anything. I mean, you would need an extraordinary pass to get out of that hole. But, I mean, it could be done.
Truman's lining up.
Correction, that's Liberty North getting ready to snap the ball. Truman's defense is lining up. Hopefully they've closed some of those lane gaps and they're actually able to stop Liberty North's passing game.
Liberty goes in motion, and they hike the ball, and they run it up the middle. Oh, nope, they run it out to the side. No holes open in the middle.
Looks like Truman actually realized about some wide receiver covering and sort of just try to close up those wide open wide receivers that were just open and you could just drop a small little pass to.
It seems like Liberty North's favorite play is to just run it out to the outside to one of their wide receivers or running backs,
I mean, when it's this late, you might as well try and, get more points up on the board.
While running down the clock.
Yes, indeed. Well, Truman actually did notice some wide receivers getting open, and they just closed those. The running back actually found a nice little gap and ran it in. Smith able to make the tackle and stop more yardage from possibly happening. It looks like it is 2nd and goal. They're really already down at the 10-yard line. Maybe that 5. That 5 may be a little bit of a stretch, but
Liberty North sets down the snap.
could be a possibility.
Drops back. Looking for an open man, but can't seem to find one.
And finds one. Touchdown, Liberty. And the refs have confirmed it. It is a touchdown. That was a tight space, but a good throw to that wide receiver.
If you're this offense, you would be really thinking about how are we going to run down the clock and everything. We already got this and everything. But honestly think Truman can make a comeback if they really push it forward.
They would need an extraordinary comeback here. A lot of good passes and good running plays. But it is possible. Weirder things have happened in the world of football. And looks like Truman almost ran into the kicker, but did not.
Kick is good. The score is 42-3, Liberty North.
And we'll take a short break here. Welcome back, Truman and Liberty North fans watching. All right, so Liberty North now has a 35-point lead, which means the clock will continue to run. Unlike normal football games, an incomplete pass will just clock will keep running, so it may go pretty quickly here, folks. Also, the clock will stop a change of possession or an injury timeout, or any timeout in general.
No, it looked like Liberty Northbound had the ball there. The ball touched one of the Patriots' toes and bounced right back off of it.
But I still believe Truman does have the ball, and what appears to be a 1st and 10. Yep, 1st and 10. The running clock has started.
This is the start of the series.
Truman's offense back out there for a second time. Maybe they could actually get something going here instead of just a whole bunch of penalties this time.
They set back to snap. And they run it up the middle. Oh, no, they didn't.
They run it out to the left.
That faked me, too.
That was a good fake by Truman. They thought, we believe that was the quarterback who initiated the fake.
Really nice fake by Patriots.
And the clock has only stopped because they did go out of bounds. Normal things like out of bounds will stop the clock. Now the clock has resumed. And like I said, this could be a quick game, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice gain by Truman.
13 yards.
That's what they need. That's what they need in this second half. They need to just keep pushing. Just keep trying to find ways to get those gaps, and
open those gaps, get those sort of just running plays, just try to get a score. I mean, get out of this 3-42 hole.
Oh, and another bad snap by Truman.
And there's a flag on the play, possibly a false start. All right, we wait for the call. It is indeed a false start on Truman. That backs him up again. That looks to be a 1st and possibly 15, maybe 20. Now, if you're Truman here and you still have those gaps, just keep running the ball.
Just keep running the ball, I think the real main thing is just to find that magic in those open lanes, just keep running through those, finding the weak points of the defense, because it looks like they're dropping back into either a man or a cover.
All right, so if you're Liberty North here, what do you do? Do you send in your subs or do you continue with your starters?
And another bad snap. Well, I would send in my subs. You're already this late in the game, and you want to get them playtime and everything. And I guarantee you your starters are worn out by now. And so I would send in they got a stacked lineup. They have almost 5 quarterbacks we read on this player sheet.
Correction, there is exactly 5. That is more than what most NFL teams have of backup quarterbacks. Not in preseason, but in regular season, NFL tends to have 2, maybe 3 quarterbacks on their roster. But Liberty North is just a bigger school and a bigger football program as we see right now. Now, yes, it was another bad snap, but I think Truman's still going to get some momentum here. 2nd and 22. Maybe, and if they have their backups in, might as well just show them, hey, let's just give you a run for your money at this point.
Me personally, for Truman, now they need to stop doing that run game. They're getting penalties off that run game. They're getting holding calls and everything, false starts. Honestly, I feel like we need to send people down the field and just go for a long pass. We need to get that yardage very quickly. We can't keep wasting this time to run the ball up the field. Hopefully we get a 1st down.
And the clock has continued. Penalties do set up the clock as well. Now it looks like the quarterback is discussing something with their group. It could be a big pass play, or it could just be another try to trick them with a running game.
Truman lines up. Hopefully they can pull something out their shoes now. And they drop back. Oh, and a short pass, number 11, but it's incomplete.
Just barely missed that catch. Just barely. It is now 3rd and long, and the clock for some reason has stopped.
And
now it has begun to resume.
Now it's stopped again. Oh.
No.
Looks like it's counting by 3s now. Now we're going by single digit. Yeah.
Now it's by 2. We have no idea what's going on here, folks.
Right now, let's focus on the game. That's not our job.
3rd and long. Ladies and gentlemen, 3rd and long. They need to be like a magician and pull a hat out of this, pull a rabbit out of this hat.
Hopefully that rabbit can be Carter Brown getting the first down for Truman.
And he looks to throw.
And
that pass is incomplete. That brings up 4th and 22.
it looked like he grounded that pass. It looks like Liberty North had really great pressure on the quarterback, and
It was just a bad throw. If I were Truman, would you keep your offense out here?
100%.
100%?
100%.
Now, why would you? What is the point in this?
You know, I feel like they still don't have a running game in this, but I would still try to make a better record for my team and still have a better reputation, Just keep running those.
But you're risking injuries and
You're right
turnovers.
on that one. That is one of the hardest questions ever, but they kick the ball now.
And a change of possession instead of going for
it's
it.
out of bounds.
It is now Liberty North's ball at what I assume is the 52-yard line.
Official timeout.
And we have a quick timeout here, and we'll take a quick break. Welcome back, viewers, and again, we still have the running clock about to go down, and with the running clock, means the game will go faster, as it is a 35-point lead. Truman has yet to be able to convert, and literally just snapped. They're going for the run.
The ball to number 2, and it's second down for about a 3-yard gain.
A small hole in that defense, actually able to quickly realize that and just capture the running back. Now, I don't believe that's actually their starters up there. I believe they put up their backups as they're saying, hey, 35-point lead, we're done. We're not risking injury to our starters because they want to get in shape for next game.
You know what? Let's have these guys have fun, They don't want to sit on the sideline, be bench warmers. Let's get them some run time, Let's get them some play action.
Liberty North, might as well.
Get them a little more seasoned.
All right, 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
They hand it off. Oh, nice stop by
A quick stop.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No hole whatsoever. A quick stop, ladies and gentlemen. That is 3rd and 8. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe possibly a loss of a yard. Now with that quick stop, I think their defense is actually energized for some odd reason.
Loss of yard.
It was a loss. It was a loss of 1 yard.
3 and 9.
3 and 9. Now we still have that running clock going.
Hopefully we can hold them off to a punt,
A punt would be great right about now.
Oh, and
offsides. Truman, what it looks like, but they may
offsides offense because
false start. It is indeed a false start. That is bringing Liberty North back. It will be 3rd and 14. Now, again, penalties do stop the clock. We have 4:19 left to go in the third quarter with a running clock, so this game might go faster.
All right.
35-point lead by Liberty here.
Liberty North lines up, and they snap it. He drops back, looks at number 81 to the side, and it's cutting through the middle.
A big hole, and that led to a first down by Liberty North. Oh, but they are not calling it a first down. They're actually saying 4th and 1. Truman actually got pressure on that quarterback for once in this game. That was good pressure, but sadly the quarterback was just able to make that nice little throw to get that big yardage.
Looks like they did a quarterback sneak, and they get the first down.
It is 1st and 10, Liberty North, down at what it looks like the 30-yard line on Truman's side of the ball. It looks like Liberty North is just trying to pound it in for another touchdown. I mean, what do you have to gain of getting another touchdown here? Just more points? Is that it at this point? Just points for them?
Just more points, just better reputation. They don't have a high school fantasy football. In the NFL, I understand, when you're high up running those points and all that, make those fantasy players happy. But at this point, that's just straight disrespectful. Is
this honestly just for college scouts now for Liberty North? Just try to get some of those players looking really good at this game? I mean, you guys maybe the third, second game of the season, but this ought to be just for college scouts now, just to try to get those Liberty players up to the college and maybe possibly to the NFL. And the running clock continues. We are now down at 2:49, 2:45-ish, ladies and gentlemen. As we say, the running clock will keep going, even with an incomplete pass, and that will bring the game maybe faster to an end.
And it looks like it's 2nd and 5, and they snap the ball.
And another running play. Found a gap.
Nice stop. Nice stop by Truman Page.
It looked like as if Liberty North found a gap, but then Truman just closed up that gap like that. They just closed it up and said, no. Now it's 3rd and 5. What does Truman's defense have to do here?
Truman's defense has to stop them. They got to keep continuing those pressure on those lanes and gaps and everything. And need to cover those wide receivers a lot more. Those wide receivers are starting to get downfield, and that quarterback has an arm, and he can throw right down the field, right in front of the wide receiver, and catch it, and they go for a touchdown.
And now we're down to a little less than 2 minutes left in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We still have another fourth quarter after this.
To the left side, outside.
And
broke about 3 tackles and got about to the 5-yard. No. Got about 5 yards.
They're calling it. It looks like they're calling that 4th and.
3rd and 4.
No, it'd be 4th and 4. It looks like it was only a gain of a yard when it looks like more. That was Truman's defense right at the end, just stopping them from getting any more yardage. It looks like they're going to continue to go for it, and might as well. I mean, if those are your backups in there, might as well go for it. Just get more points, get a better stat sheet. And we're going down to a little less than a minute.
Now it looks like Liberty North is. Oh, they call a timeout.
And with the timeout, we'll take a quick break here, and we will be back. Truman and Liberty North. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back after the timeout taken by, I assume, was Truman. Now, again, I'm just going to remind you, we have a running clock, which means any running play, any passing play, even if it's incomplete, the clock will continue to run unless there is a penalty, timeout, out of bounds, or an injured player.
Now it looks like Liberty North has their field goal team.
And a turn of possession.
Field goal, and that field goal is no good.
Bounced off of the 7-second board, just too wide to the left. Too wide.
Enough power under that kick. It looks like he had it pretty straightforward, but he just didn't have that elevation or force under it. Nope. Had the potential to be a great kick, but.
I mean, you're Liberty North. You're, what, 4th and 1, 4th and 4? Why not go for it?
I mean, going for it would be disrespectful. That's like in a basketball game. You're winning, 100-50. Right at the last second, they just slam dunk right on you. That's what I think. This is what I think's going on right there. It's just utter and complete disrespect to Truman. But you know what? Hey, play as you want. telling you to stop or anything. Do what you want to do. If it makes you guys happy, it
And
makes you
Truman's
guys
offense
happy.
back out. A running play for looks like it would have gained of maybe 5 possible yards. We are predicting 2nd and 5. Maybe what it looks like they're actually giving them a little bit more favorable range. Is actually 2nd and 3 as Truman's running back was able to find a gap.
You know, if you're this Truman offense right now, what would be your main goal during this series?
Your main goal during this series, get a score. Get any sort of score. Because I believe if Truman were able to get another score, that would stop the running clock and bring it down to where it's just in the 4th quarter.
And give them a little bit more time.
Another bad snap by Truman. The quarterback goes down. He is sacked. That is a loss of a lot of yards.
Big loss there. Very big loss.
Terrible loss.
It looks like there's an injury on the play.
And there's an injury. Yes, there's an injury timeout, and we will come back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with the start of the 4th quarter. There was an injury timeout, and it looks like Zane Anderson may be playing QB, number 15. We do not.
On Carter Brown?
It may have been. I don't see Carter out there right now. He might still be out there. It's kind of hard to tell.
He's right there on the sideline, right there.
He is not out there.
But he's on the sideline, looks healthy and well. Looks like they're trying to get their secondary, and
a bad throw, almost an interception. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take
quarterback is
another
hurt.
timeout break. We will be back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back after that injury timeout. We would like to remind you folks again that we are in a always running the clock situation, which means that all incomplete passes, running plays, anything that does not involve a penalty, running outside of the bounds, or an injury timeout,
Truman
or a
kicks the ball.
turnover, the clock will continue to go. And a bad pass just slightly over the top of, I don't know who his intended target was at all. So you're Truman. You're trying to get a few passes out there with this backup quarterback. How do you do it?
Did they pass or was that their punting team? Because it was 4th and 13.
It was 4th and 13, then that must have been their punting team, but it still looks like 15 was out there. I believe they might have actually went for it. We are not exactly sure what happened there, but either way, it looks like it was a turnover because the clock was stopped for a little bit. Liberty North's offense is back out there just trying to score some more points. And I mean, might as well at this point. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree there with you, Tyler.
All right, it looks like we have 5 men
Liberty North
on
snaps
that
the ball.
line for the defense.
And they run it up the middle, spins out one person, but nice stop right behind the line of scrimmage.
Looks like a gain of maybe 2 yards. It looks like Truman's defense, if that's their backups, it looks like they're doing a slightly bit better job just covering some gaps.
It looks like they're doing a slightly better job in overall than Truman's starting offense.
No yards were actually gained on that play, ladies and gentlemen. It is still 2nd and 10. Liberty North still has the ball. We would like to remind you again of the running clock. Now, a little less than 10 minutes left to go in this game.
Liberty North sets back this, and they hand it off to number 25, right to the right outside.
Well, it looks like a gain of 6 yards. And, I mean, is it at the point where you're just going to run it all the time?
I mean, honestly, that's what they kind of been doing here. Like, this whole game, there's been a lot of pass plays by Liberty North. But, like I said in the past, it seems like Liberty North, their favorite play is just to pitch it to the outside and have them go down the sideline.
That is 3rd and 4th. They got a gain of 6 yards. I mean, honestly, at this point, a little more than 9 minutes left to go. You're up 35. Might as well just run it with your backups. At this point, just run the ball. Just get that clock down, knowing that you know it's a running clock.
And they keep it with the quarterback, and the number 5 keeps running. Is running. And touchdown, Liberty North.
That is no
Number
longer
5,
a 35-point
Joe
game.
Kroenke.
Again, we'd like to apologize if we mispronounce names.
Had a little touchdown celebration there.
I mean, it's 3 to
You know, why not
40,
celebrate? Why
they
not
get this
celebrate?
field goal, it's 49. Honestly, I think there needs to be a triple clock. At some point, you gotta just get that clock down. You gotta end this game.
And so, Liberty North field goal teams out there, they're about to kick the field goal.
Why not go for 2? Just make it a solid 50. You're getting points. Might as well just go for it.
And the field goal is good. 49-3, Liberty North.
This has now became a 30, hold up a minute here, folks. It is a 46-point game. Wait.
A very big
Yes.
lead. A very big lead for Liberty North.
All right, your Truman's offense. What do you do?
Also, I don't know at this point. It seems like everything has failed for Truman. I mean, honestly, just keep doing what you're doing, running the ball, you know. Hopefully you can get some yardage up the field and get a touchdown.
Is this about yards or is it about scoring at this point now?
It's about scoring, man. You know, yards doesn't matter.
You're down by 46.
Yards don't matter, you know. I mean, yards do matter in a sense, but when you're sitting there trying to drive down to the end of the field, you know, when it hits that 4th down, you know, that chance is over.
49 Liberty North to 3 Truman. With 7.5 minutes left to go in this 4th quarter. We would like to thank everyone watching and listening to us broadcast this game.
All right, and so Truman's returning team goes out, return the ball. And
All right.
Of course, we got Chris Jones.
Chris Jones or Chris Rhodes?
Chris Rhodes. Why did I say Jones, man?
I don't know.
I've been saying that wrong this whole time.
It is Chris Rhodes, ladies and gentlemen, not Jones. Slight error by my friend Adam here, but it is okay. Adam.
My bad.
Okay. So you're
All right.
returning. Chris Rhodes.
Penalty on the play.
Penalty. It looks like it may have been an illegal formation. The refs are discussing it now.
Why is the Truman backfield dancing? There is nothing to
False
dance about.
start on Liberty North's return team. A false start. Okay. So you got some more yardage thanks to that false start. What do you do? What do you do? You just try to run it up the middle, find a hole?
Honestly, run it towards the outside, but not right down the sideline. You know, you got to have some room to weave around the lanes and everything and beat them, but run it to the outside. The middle seems like it's so congested for Truman that they can't run the ball up the middle anymore.
Okay. So here's the question for you. Remember the NFL game Miami versus New England? The Miami Miracle.
I do not.
Do you say Truman possibly does that, just passes the ball back down and maybe get a score?
Honestly, no, I don't see that happening right here. Honestly, all I see Truman doing at best is getting a touchdown and getting more points on this clock, hopefully stopping that clock from being run down, but me personally, I think the game's over.
Josh Dixon, possibly. I believe it was Josh Dixon. He ran it down to the 32-yard line. Maybe it looks like the 33 actually, ladies and gentlemen. We are still unconfirmed about who actually ran it there. All right. Your Truman's offense. Backup quarterback. Is it Hail Mary time?
Number 21, Dimitri Smith. They have him? Nope.
It is.
That's not who that is. Oh, they have Carter Brown back out. It looks like. Nope.
No. That still looks like his number 15.